Hello Virgo, welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot and welcome to your reading for the month of December. Let's see what December has in store for a Virgo. Let's get cards for you. That's for your first week. Got two for your second week. Okay, let's get more. That's for your third week. And we need one for the fourth week of December. That's that. So in the first week of December, you've got this card of details. See, this card is totally your energy of getting into the small details of everything. You need to pour over things, Virgo, very carefully in the most minute manner you can. We have the King of Cups, so many cards, and this one too. Four of Wands. Well, these are too many, I think. Okay, I'll just take the Seven of Wands because you need to persist with that. Let me get some more. See, the matters about the house, Virgo. Okay, so this is about your home. This could be about property. This could be about buying or selling a house, buying or selling a property, or things inside, the environment at home, what's happening in the home. You need to be with it. Let me get some more cards. There are things which you might feel that it's okay, these things are there, I am aware of them, but I think that is not enough. You need to get into the depth of things. Okay, for example, like there is a you're selling or buying a house. You need to read everything very, very carefully. You need to go over all your dealings in a very minute manner, lest nothing is going to come up as a surprise for you later or a shock for you later. Where, like, this is an example, dealing with the house or with the home environment at home. If you feel that emotionally you are too involved in it, then just step back and be a little more practical about what's happening at home. How is the environment at home between the family members, right? And with the Ace of Swords over here, I feel you need to be a lot more practical about what is happening. Be very clear headed. Don't suppress your emotions also. See, sometimes whatever's happening at home, it can be a little disturbing, but right now you are being urged, Virgo, that what is it that is disturbing me in my house? What is it that is disturbing me about this deal? What is it about people at home which is causing some ripples? You need to analyze that a little bit. You need to be logical and practical, and not run away from it, that all right, maybe this is just a phase, but I feel whatever is happening has been happening for some time. You need to put in this effort and get into the minute aspects as to what is happening and why it is happening. It can just be a pattern which you need to be aware of, so that it doesn't keep happening over and over again. You'll figure out that this happens, then it leads to this, then it leads to that, and then this is what happens. So then you catch hold of that minute detail which is the trigger for things happening at home. On the other hand, I think for most of you it is about that, but for those of you where it is about more about a property sale, house sale, purchase, and all of those things, again you need to not just feel happy that you're buying or selling something, but go over all the documents very, very carefully. Read through everything very, very clearly. See the intention of the other person also very, very clearly. There's some detail which you need to be aware of, Virgo, and do that in the first week of December. Second week of December, follow the leader and the talisman. Let's see. You'll get some guidance after doing all of that. Something will clear up for you. I mean, the picture will be clear. When you address those details, you will catch on that one thing, which is very, very important somehow. Nine of Pentacles, Five of Cups, and the Two of Swords. See quite clearly whatever it is that you're going to discover, right? There is something you will learn about life in general and about yourself. It might not make you feel very happy, right? You might not know, you might also want to suppress your emotions, right? But you've also gained a lot of experience. You have learned something, though in a slightly you've learned a hard lesson, let us say, or you've learned things, you figured out things which were very unpleasant. Some unpleasantness also is associated with in this entire thing. Something will come to light which might make you feel sad, and you might not want to get into the depth of things. But you need to step up, and you need to know that this came to your attention, because now this has brought about a change in you, in the way you've been looking at things. It has changed your perspective towards something. So of course, in when these things do happen, one does feel very bad that how come all of this was happening and I was not aware of it, or maybe it was so important but I kept brushing it aside. So that little bit of remorse, that little bit of sadness is going to be there. But you need to step up and lead. That is what the leadership card is, because this has acted as some kind of a wake up call. This has acted as some kind of an alarm which was required for you to see things the way they are. So in the second week, don't give too much into your emotions. As the cards are saying, this is not the time to tend to your emotions. This is the time to be a lot more practical, to come out and step up and be a leader, and take charge of things and go in the best possible direction you can. This is the time where you have to make the move. You have to take the initiative. You have to take the steps to correct things, whatever has come to light. So don't spend too much time on your feelings. This is not the time to be doing that. Maybe later, but in the second week you need to take action with respect to whatever it is that you've uncovered and discovered. Third week of December, we have the listening card. Ace of Cups, the Sun card. These are very good cards to get. And the Nine of Wands. So this is when you take the required steps and the required action, right? That is a time when in by the third week you will you'll that happiness will start coming back. That that happiness, joy and optimism will start coming back into your life. But there is something still left. Whatever it is that you did in that second week, it's not that you've come out of it completely. A little more information is required, a little more something is left. But whatever it is that you get, that itself is going to make you feel very happy. That is going to give you that joy, that yes, you've managed to do this, you've managed to accomplish something. And that joy and happiness which you've been waiting for, which kind of got disturbed in the second week of December, all of that, it's going to come about in a new way for you. With the listening card over here, tune into what makes you happy, tune into your emotions. Here you were not able to, but it would be a good idea to listen to sometimes you would be spending time listening to some music which also uplifts your mood, it uplifts your spirit. And it also gives you that when we start feeling happy, a lot more joy comes into our life. We feel a lot more relaxed. Some of you could be listening to even some spiritual talk, some kind of a discourse, right? That also is going to bring about see, I've got this Ace of Pentacles also, King of Wands. The third week is going to be a week of opportunities and new beginnings as well, new offers. You need to, but what is it that you need to listen to? I think you need to listen to your intuition. You need to listen to what your inner voice is telling you. There is going to be an offer, but see how you are responding to it. What does your gut feeling say? When your gut, when you start tuning into it and you feel that happiness, it means that you're on the right path. Whenever that offer comes, which you probably have been waiting for things to change, which they will eventually from the second to the third week, that is a time you really need to tune in to what you feel and what your gut feeling is telling you, and then make your plans. It's a time which makes you very happy, but do not ignore the, your gut feeling. Do not ignore your emotions. Do not ignore what brings you joy before you proceed on it. It's, everything is important, but you need to tune into that inner voice also before you take a step, because the offers are going to be there, and that is why you also need to wait a little. Wait to hear everything about it. Wait to get information about it, and then make a plan. Fourth week of December, we have education. Sometimes when we are very happy, very joyful, we just get swept away. So I think you need to just, enjoy that moment, enjoy those days as well, but you need to be aware of a little more. You need to be aware of something more. With the education card here, see, feeling happy and all of that, you cannot take a decision like that. One needs to be level headed and in calm, composed energy before we take any kind of a decision. So that is the time when in the fourth week of December, you need to weigh everything, and also weigh in, you know um, the darker aspects of your self, whether the fear, or whether the trepidation, or whether the insecurity, all of those things, before you take a decision with an offer which is coming your way, you need to get a lot more information about it. High Priestess and the Justice card. See, before you proceed with something, you need to have a very balanced perspective to it. And that is what you need to do in the fourth week of December. Get yourself as much information as possible before you decide to follow something. Fourth week is not the time for you to move ahead with any plans. It is time to get information to formulate a plan, right? You need to be a lot more practical, you need to be impartial, you need to be logical, you need to weigh all the pros and cons before you move. And to weigh all the pros and cons, you need the information, whether it is your intuitive information, whether it is the education material, which, the analytical material, also the research you need to do, the information you need to find out, the knowledge you need to get before you make a well-rounded decision. So, in the month of December, it's not about doing anything, it's about gathering information before you take a good level headed decision. There is going to be an offer, there is something new coming your way, but you need to weigh things and balance out things before you proceed with that, and it will take you all of December to do that. And let's see then what happens in the month of January, Virgo. But for now, that's all from me. Thanks for watching.